Hey guys, welcome to PA Startup. We focus on helping pre-PA students, current PA students, and new grads start their careers as physician assistants. And one question we get all the time is, how much am I going to make as a PA? I fully admit this title of this video is clickbait, but is clickbait with a purpose? Is that even a thing? Sounds like a charity. There's a lot of videos circulating out there about PAs being the #1 job. We actually have one, so you can check it out. So that begs the question, how much am I gonna make as a PA? But I think we're forgetting an important part of the conversation, which is it's not all about just salary. So I wish I could give you a really clear, straight answer on this is how much you're gonna make as a PA, but there's so many factors that it really just depends. I know, it's kind of a really crappy answer. The dollar amount's great, and to see a video about somebody making $200,000 is exciting, but is that gonna be you? I can't tell you, I don't know. There's a couple things you have to factor in when you're talking about salary, okay? So #1 is where you live. That has to do with cost of living, because the cost of living is different in Chicago than it is in Kansas City versus Denver versus LA versus New York City, okay? What you're doing, general positions and specialty positions can pay differently. Surgical and non-surgical positions can pay differently. So there's a lot of variables with what you're doing. And then of course, with your experience. For as much school as we go through, I really wish that we knew everything when we got out of school, but we don't. So with the experience and your comfort level and things comes more pay, which is good. Every year, the American Academy of PAs, the AAPA, puts out a salary profile. And if you're not a member, and this is not a sponsored video, check it out, because it is a really, really great salary profile. Great for negotiating. I don't know why I put the accent on negotiating. It's great for, honestly, setting expectations. Being a PA is a great job, don't get me wrong. I really, really enjoy it, but it's easy to get caught up in the number. You have to love what you do. And so I hope that you will find something that you enjoy doing in addition to getting paid well, rather than just finding something that makes you the most money possible, because at some point that runs out. That is not the most exciting thing anymore. Anyways, average salary across the country. Now that's every specialty, every location, and every amount of experience. The average salary for a PA is $110,000 a year. Now that's base salary, so there can be a little bit more. I think they said the average amount of bonus was an extra $5,000. So 110, 115, okay? That is average across the country. That's a good rough number, and you'll see why in a second. Let's split up the country into parts, because PAs are more prevalent on the coasts, but we're getting a lot more here in the Midwest. So let's pick a state on each side of the country and then something in the middle. Let's go with California on the West Coast. Let's go with New York on the East Coast. And then let's say Minnesota for the middle of the country. And for those of you who aren't from Minnesota or somewhere near Minnesota, this is where it is. It looks awfully cold, I'm not gonna lie. But there are a lot of lakes, it's gorgeous. There's like, I think their motto is actually land of 10,000 lakes, which I don't know who counted them. It seems actually like there's more. And a lot of them are connected. Let's look at those 3 states. So if I go to California, where the cost of living tends to be higher, the average salary for a PA in any specialty and any amount of experience is $130,000. That's the mean salary. If we go to New York, the average salary in all specialties, all levels of experience is $111,000. So that's pretty different. And then if you go to Minnesota, it's kind of in the middle, it's $117,000. You can see that based on where you're living, the average salary now starts to differ a little bit, okay? Now let's go one step further, which is new grads. That's what you want to know, is as a new grad, what will I be able to get paid? If we look at California, new grad average salary, so according to the AAPA profile, they don't have a new grad, it's 0 to 1 years of experience, which pretty much is a new grad. That is $120,000. If we look at New York, it's $100,000. And if we look at Minnesota, it's $107,000. So it actually kind of follows the same pattern as those with experience. So you can see based on where you live, you kind of get raises or you get additional income sort of at the same pace regardless of where you go. But now cost of living might be higher in obviously New York City versus upstate New York, or an urban area in California is going to cost more to live in than say a rural area. If you've watched this long, Amen. Good for you. Let's wrap it up with one last thing, which is new grads in specific fields. So you go to school, you get to pick what you do. And a lot of the training happens on the job. So if I work in family practice or orthopedics or surgery or ER, what will I get paid as a new grad? So let's talk about that. New grads in family practice tend to start at $95,000. Okay, that's across the country. That's not in one spot or another, but that's average. Orthopedics is $98,000. ER is $101,000. And cardiology is $93,000. So that's just a couple of options for the common new grad jobs that are out there. So you can see that the range is $93,000 to $103,000. There's other things that factor into it: days off, continuing medical education budget, health insurance. I mean, there's a lot of other things that you can factor into your compensation package. You might make a ton, but if it costs a ton to live there, and you never get time off, is that really worth it? I don't know. We just don't want a lot of false information out there, or people to be pursuing this dream under the pretenses of making $350,000, which, let's be real, that'd be amazing, but that's just not really in the cards. Hopefully this clears some stuff up about salary. There's great information out there, but I wanted to break it up kind of how we did with location and specialty and years of experience. So hopefully this helps you. If it did, please subscribe to our channel. Would really appreciate it. And check out our other videos. Yeah, that's all I got.